Good morning and welcome to Stock Starters. Today is August 11th, 2020. Good morning and welcome to Stock Starters. Let's do a brief recap of the market from yesterday, August 10th. Yesterday we had, if you take a look at your daily candle, we had a very bearish day. And if you review previous videos that were posted, you would notice that I talked about the gap, a gap that occurred between July 31st and August 4th. And I also talked about this stock being notorious for closing the gap. And that is exactly what it did. Now, today, there's a possibility that this stock can continue lower, and here's the top of the gap, right here, at 266.07, or it can continue lower to our 20-minute moving average. This stock usually pulls back to the 20-minute moving average. However, if you take a look at the wick here, the bulls were fighting extremely hard. Once it bounced off of the 10-minute moving average, the bulls were fighting extremely hard to push the stock back upward. And you can also see that on the 15-minute here, how we had a very bearish day. It hit that 10-minute moving average right here and bounced upward. Now, it did not retrace all the way to the high. It retraced a little bit over the midpoint. Also, we can see that the stock is down over 50% this morning, 52% to be exact, down $1.41. So that will place us here at 268.90. There is a possibility this morning that this stock will retrace to the low here of 266.67 and find some support at this level, or it can go to the gap here, the top of the gap, at approximately 266. That would be support 2. Here would be support 1. Here would be support 2. If it fails to bounce at either of these levels, the next support level would be here at the 20, support 3, or here at 260, support 4. Now, I was asked by one of our traders that's having a little bit of difficulty reading candles for a little bit of assistance. Now, I shared with the client that professional traders do not use candlesticks. Well, what do they use? They simply use the high, the low, the open, and the close of previous days. So they use those pivot points to have an idea of where the stock will possibly go. So once again, when you're trading and you want to use pivot points and you're using the daily chart, you should always look left for the possible pivot point. Here would be a pivot point. Then this open is another pivot. Here at the bottom is a pivot. Over here is a pivot. Now there's a gap here. So there's no support here, but we did find support at the 10-minute moving average. But if you use the high, low, open, and close of previous days and you look left, your next pivot is here. And then the next is here and here. So if you don't quite understand what all of this means, this is 15-minute. If that's not slow enough for you to understand what's happening, you can slow it down even further, 30-minute. Or you can just simply use your daily charts and look at the high, low, open, and close of previous days to guide you on the possibility of where the stock is going to go. So this morning we're down $1.32. Once again, we will look to see whether or not this stock is going to retrace to the low and bounce and possibly retrace here over the next few days to the high, or if it's going to continue to break below the support and go here or to the 20-minute moving average or here to the low of $260.85. So join us at Stock Starters to have all of your questions about how to trade the stock market addressed.